Simple question. Does paying for views or subscribers or anything help grow a YouTube channel? The answer is no, especially if you're small. Let's start with the cheap ones. The cheapest services are where you just drop a few dollars at some Clickfarms site and it will send bots out to like your video or watch your video or be a subscriber. Thing is, those bots are really cheap and YouTube figures them out really quick and rips them away. So you could spend some money to get like 500 views and then whoosh, you get 500 views and then a week later they melt like snow. They're gone. The money doesn't come back if the views go away. What's even worse is that the way the views come into your video is that they come off of or just random other videos. So that messes up your algorithm. And if you're a small channel, you don't need that because it's already a hard enough time for the YouTube algorithm to figure out what keywords go with your channel, with this video or that video, what keywords go with them, what suggested content goes with them. And if you pay for views and they come in from anywhere, the algorithm goes, I guess random people like your stuff, so I'll just market you to random other videos. And how do I know this? From hard experience. I actually paid money to see what would happen, and this is what it did. It just started ripping away at my channel. Like, this is nuts. So don't do it. Don't do it. And if you're thinking like, oh no, you're going to get ripped away. Like, okay, this is a small channel, number one. And number two, YouTube already knows where the fake views came from. They've already gotten rid of them from my videos. So yeah, you know what? They know what's going on. I'm not worried about a creator strike here. I spent a little money. I got my fingers burned, and I'm telling you so that way you don't have to go through that situation. So that's the cheap stuff. What about the mid-tier stuff? Well, there are some services that will say you can specify keywords that will go with the clicks that will go in there, or you could specify a video that they'll watch first and then watch yours. Okay, this looks a little bit better, and it is a little bit better. You get better quality links before the bot are getting ripped out. I mean, at least this way you guarantee that the content coming into your channel or it's still algo friendly there. It's not going to be random stuff, but those guys melt away too. And it's just, again, a little bit of money. You can find out this stuff here, but you don't have to. Save your money. It's not worth it. So finally, there's the top tier stuff. This is where you don't purchase bots or people living somewhere desperate where they're just liking and clicking on videos all day long with different accounts and things. This is where you actually do a marketing campaign. Now these are effective and these are not disallowed by YouTube because you're purchasing ads, and these ads can be specified to run on certain channels or certain videos that have content similar to yours. In fact, that's the recommended way to do it because then people see that particular video or videos on that channel, your ad pops up, and then they go, oh, that is similar to what I am watching right now. Click, and they see it and they get exposed to it. The money I spent on that resulted in usually a good number of views and usually a nice boost in subscribers. But if I spent money like that on every video, on my way up to 1,000 to try to get monetized, I'd be losing money all the way up there. And by the time I finally do monetize, what I'm going to make per month when I first start off is nowhere near how much it would cost if I did that with every single video. So it's not cost effective in the long run. Maybe if you got one good video and you wish, wow, I would love it to have more views. Well, yeah, buy some ad for it. But I got to caution you there as well, because sometimes you could buy an ad and if the video is hard to watch, they're not going to click through. They're not going to watch it. They're going to resist that ad. You keep spending for it and it's money gone. I still got some benefit, some targeted views, some subscribers, but some of my videos with the ad spend did not do as well as others that did have it. So again, if you're a small channel, you don't really have that kind of money. You don't really have that kind of layout that gets justified by how much you're going to make later on. So who does use these services? Who would make use of them? Well, a couple of things out there. There are, if not criminal enterprises, at least unethical enterprises that are trying to grow YouTube channels to sell them to unsuspecting buyers, thinking, hey, I've got a channel that deals with gaming. You could buy it. It's already got 10,000 subscribers and 10 million views. You just turn the key and it's all yours. Except they bought exactly 10,000 fake bots and they paid for exactly 10 million fake views. So you think you're buying a successful channel and you're not. You're giving money to a fraudster who spent less on creating the channel than what you spent on buying it. There is that market out there. That's a whole nother subject there, the buying and selling of YouTube channels, and I'm not getting into that scene because it'd be crazy, and there's like all kinds of potential fraud, or if not fraud, unethical activity, we'll say that. So those guys would buy these kinds of services, especially the cheap ones. Build up a site, sell it quick, and then a week later everything is gone because YouTube ripped it out and they've got a couple $100 off the unsuspecting victim. So what about the mid-tier or top-tier offerings? I could see those being utilized by a corporate channel or a very large YouTube channel where they're making a livelihood off of their videos and they want to make sure that the right people are seeing them. They've got a core audience, that helps the algorithm greatly. They want to help it a little bit more, so buy a targeted ad spend, you're drawing in more viewers, and you're also feeding the algorithm with information that yes, these are the things that people who like my videos watch. These are the keywords that people who like my videos use in their searches. These are the things related to my video. So if I'm making a video about, let's say, the game City Skylines, I'm not getting links from Miocene megafauna, which actually happened to me. It's like, what do prehistoric mammals have anything to do with this game but about building a city that humans live in? I don't, probably as a result of some bot activity that just messed up my algorithm, probably that led to it. But if I was a big channel, I would want to make sure that didn't happen. So using a marketing service would be something that would help to develop a campaign around it to go forward. And I'll say this, on some of these sites that were clearly bot farm and click farm sites, they had programming APIs, application programmer interfaces on them. What is an API? Basically, it's something that a very large organization would use to automate a process. If you're just selling to onesie, twosie, tiny little channels, you don't use an API because they're just going to say, I have $5, give me 500 views. Bang, bang, there you go. Enjoy them while they last, kid, haha. No. If you're using an API, you're doing this in a bulk operation. You are not just buying a few likes here. You're buying likes, you're buying dislikes, you're buying views, you're buying people to be in your stream prior to its start. You're buying targeted subscribers from different parts of the world, targeted views from different parts of the world, views based on certain keywords in Google searches, YouTube searches, Bing searches. You're buying all kinds of things that could make a complete campaign. You're not just making one kind of spend, you're making multiple spends, and it's the same every time. You automate that, and yes, I've seen sites that have application programming interfaces for that kind of automation. Small players like me aren't even going to want that, and you don't put that kind of effort out if it's not necessary. So I know there have got to be some big players out there that are using these services. I don't know who they are, and I don't want to accuse of anyone who they are, but they're out there. Long story short, here we are again. No, these services don't help. You'll spend your money, and either what you spend is gone and what you spend on is gone, or you get some results, but they're really not worth the investment. You don't get a return on that investment until much later in the game when you're an established player and you want to make sure you've got the YouTube algorithm trained up the way it needs to be. So there you go. I'll make a few more videos on this. If you like, comment, and subscribe and say you want more of these, and I sure would appreciate it if you'd like to have more information on this, because I've got a few more experiences I could share.